Osborne. Welcome to the Online Darts Live League, where it is finals night with £2,000 up for grabs for the winner of tonight's action. 3 places up for grabs as well at Champions Week next week. I'm Chris Murphy, talking you through the action. The first thing we'll do is show you how the players that have got to finals night this week. Starting with Group A, which was played on Tuesday and Wednesday. Matty Dennant topped the table, winning 8 of his 10 matches and qualified straight for finals night, having a couple of days off in between. The rest of the field going into Groups B and C, which we will take a look at now. And Group B was won by Chris Gilliland, dropping just 1 match in that group. Very dominant display from him. He went through alongside second place Colin Osborne, the Wizard, and the third place Lee Evans. Josh Richardson and Jamie Kelling bowed out and couldn't make it through to finals night. A very, very convincing showing from the 3 qualifiers. In Group C, 2 places were available. And Group C was won by Jim McEwen, thanks to a fantastic run on the final day. He won all 5 of his matches on Friday afternoon and won a winner-takes-all showdown with the World Seniors champion Robert Thornton, who was just pipped at the post, finished in 3rd place. Had he beat McEwen, he would have been in alongside the 4-time world champion Lisa Ashton, who is in action tonight. No Kurt Parry, Rob Collins or Jamie Durrant. They all fell out. It's Ashton and McEwen that qualified from Group C. And this is how it works this evening. The players split into 2 groups. Matt Dennant, Colin Osborne and Lisa Ashton all playing against each other in Group 1. Chris Gilliland, Jim McEwen and Lee Evans all playing against each other in Group 2. And the top 2 in each group will go through to the semi-finals. The winner of Group 1 playing the runner-up of Group 2 and vice versa. And then there will be a 3rd place playoff. The winner of that goes through to the Champions Week along with the 2 finalists. And the winner of the whole tournament will take home £2,000. We'll get the action underway very, very shortly indeed. The first match will be Matty Dennant against the Wizard Colin Osborne. It's time to get the action started here at the Online Darts Live League finals night. Dennant v Osborne, the first match. The Wizard going up against the Scholar. 2 former PDC Pro Tour players. Osborne, in fact, a 7-time winner on the PDC professional circuit, including the Championship League victory. Dennant has 3 Challenge Tour titles to his name, the 30-year-old from Walsall. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, he topped the Group A table and has had a couple of days rest.
Okay, first leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on.
Not sure how much of an advantage that might be coming into finals night. Only 5 times in 28 weeks
96.
of live league action in its current format has the Group A winner gone on to win the finals night. Dennant looking
100.
to try and buck the trend. He played 10 matches earlier this week, lost just 2 of them. An average across those games of just shy of 90.
180.
And he hit
140.
17 180s to Matt Dennant. So opening his account again very early.
96.
Down to a finish after just 9 darts,
57.
Dennant.
You require 129. 57. 43. Matt, you require 72.
51 remaining. 32 remaining.
Game shot in the first leg.
And that's game shot. And the first leg as called by our official for the evening, Owen Binks. Dennant doing the job and making a fine start. A 15 dart hold of throw. Rescuing the 72 checker after a misfire with his first darts. Brilliant from Colin Osborne, who landed 22 maximums over the course of qualifying for finals night this week.
58.
Across 18 games.
85.
The other player in this group, remember 2 groups they split into, is Lisa Ashton. Great to have Lisa here at the Online Darts Live League for the first time this week, and she's got better and better and better as the week has gone on.
$100.
We'll see her in the 3rd game of the evening, around 22-11, up against this man, Matt Dennant.
60.
In between this and that is the first match in Group 2, Chris Gilliland against Jim McEwen, both players that have shown great form in the last couple of days. McEwen has the highest average across the 10 matches he's played this week, 95. He has the best win percentage.
120.
Other than Dennant, of course, who's
36.
Been off since Wednesday.
Game shot in the second leg.
But Colin Osborne is off the mark in this one. He lands double 18, denies Dennant a chance at the 170, and levels up the match at 1 apiece.
Feel like it's Matt to throw first. Game on.
And he responds with a 13 dart leg to hold his throw.
80. 45. 100. 140.
Wherever you're enjoying the action, please do feel free to get involved.
135.
We appreciate you watching and encourage engagement with the viewers here at the Live League, at Darts Live League, across Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. You can tweet me as well if you like, at Chris Murphy 180. Give us your predictions for the evening. It's really tough to call, I think. Who will come through? Will it be one of this pair? Will it be both of this pair getting through to Champions Week? Lisa Ashton, Chris Gilliland, Jim McEwen or Lee Evans? No, not that one.
96. Mate, you reckon 128.
Serious stuff here. Finals night. Well, Colin Osborne is going to get the opportunity to break.
Colin, you require 120.
Shooting for Shanghai. 60. 20. And tops. In tops. Beautiful finish from Colin Osborne. An expertly crafted checkout. Produced to break the throw of Matty Dennant and effectively take control of this opening encounter of the evening.
Game on.
Advantage Osborne.
$180.
Second max for the Wizard, taking his tally for the week to 24. That is now level.
134.
With Chris Gilliland in the players in finals night for the week. The person with the most is Lisa Ashton. She's hit 25.
100.
It just shows the standard that we've achieved this week when you consider that Robert Thornton, the newly crowned World Seniors champion, didn't make it through. It was closely run, but he lost a winner-takes-all match against
60.
Jim McEwen yesterday afternoon. A duel between two Ayrshire racers, and McEwen
58.
came out on top emphatically as well. Robert Thornton kind of fell apart in that one. But it's Dennant that's falling apart in this one.
40.
After a strong start, it's been all Osborne. And the Wizard is working his way towards an opening victory that will set him on his way to the semi-finals.
$140. Colin, you reckon 121.
11s. 11 for Bull. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful from Colin Osborne, who follows the 120 with a 121. Brilliant bullseye finish.
Fifth leg, it's Matt to throw first.
And the wonderful Wizard is conjuring up big finish after big finish. We haven't seen a single dart missed at a double in this match.
140.
Dennant at the end of the 72 combination. Osborne hitting double 18 for a 13 darter and then taking out 120 and 121 on the ball back to back.
100. 82. 140.
Well, Dennant determined to stay in, and every leg matters here at the Live League, particularly on finals night in these short group
31.
phases.
Matt, you require 121.
3-player round robin groups. It really is important to get as many legs on the board as possible in defeat. if you can't go on to win the match.
89. $140. Matt, you reckon with 32. Game shot on the 5th leg.
Dennant
Matt Dennant
does get another one on the board, closing the gap to a single leg, but Colin Osborne has the darts to win it 4-2.
6th leg, it's Colin to throw first. Game on.
Second time that Dennant has landed double 16, and we still haven't seen a dart missed at double in this match.
100.
Flawless finishing from Messrs Dennant and Osborne.
96. $100. 96. $180.
And Osborne is making his move. His sprint finish is well and truly on.
59.
Can you repeat the trick
121.
from earlier in the match? Took this out in leg 4. Doesn't have to go the same route this time. Might be treble 7. He does go that route. Bullseye then.
81.
Oh, Colin. What a tease. Why on earth would he go that way without
140.
considering going for the bull?
40.
Double top. His choice. The first dart
Game
missed a
shot
double.
on the match.
But
Colin
it doesn't
Osborne.
matter because the next one goes in and Colin Osborne is off to a winning start here on finals night. A 4-2 success over Matty Dennant. Superb finishing from the pair of them. But Osborne getting the job done, a 98.63 average in a high quality match in which he hit checkouts of 120 and 121. The action will continue in a couple of minutes' time when the Group 2 matches get underway with Jim McEwen facing Chris Gilliland. Well, Colin Osborne off to a flyer in Group 1. Now attention turns to the opening match in Group 2. It's a meeting between Scotland's Jim McEwen and this man, Northern Ireland's Chris Gilliland, 38 years of age. He's had a run to the Challenge Tour semi-finals. Jim McEwen winning a Challenge Tour event recently. Chucky, 54 years of age from Scotland. Just round the corner from Robert Thornton, who he beat in a winner-takes-all showdown to book his place at finals night yesterday afternoon. Seeing off the seniors world champion. Can he build towards extending his stay in Live League land? The top 3 tonight will progress to Champions Week, which gets underway here on Tuesday.
Okay, first leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
The Group A sessions on Tuesday and Wednesday, brought to you live via the Online Darts YouTube channel. And again, the daytime sessions Thursday and Friday, but the evening sessions, as always, live here on Sporty Stuff TV. We will be back for the Group B action on Thursday and Friday night at 10 p.m. and then finals night of Champions Week with £6,000 on offer. Also, for the first time
96.
during Champions Week next week, there will be a prize for a 9-dart finish. We've never had one during the Champions Week. It's a £500 rolling prize. So if there isn't one, it will roll over to the next Champions Week, and so on and so on and so on.
140.
Now, we expect this to be perhaps the highest quality match based on what we've witnessed so far this week. Jim McEwen has been the best performer. The figures all favour Jim.
180.
Good time to say that, wasn't it? A personal best average was hit against Lisa Ashton, 109.03 in beating Lisa yesterday. An overall average across his 10 matches of 95.06, the highest out of the players in action this finals night. He hit 16 180s. He's already hit one in this leg against the Gilliland throw.
83.
And he is down to finish first against the
59.
darts.
Jimmy requiring 142.
We'll have 6 darts at least to clean it up.
$98.
Well, a good setup and a very strong start from the Scotsman. Gilliland just slow out of the blocks
Jimmy
in this one.
44.
More often than not, his average is low to mid-90s, Chris Gilliland. That's the kind of level we expect from him, but McEwen is making his move early on here.
Game's on the first leg.
And he gets a breaker throw in the very first leg, so it is advantage Ayrshire in this battle between Scotland and Northern Ireland. McEwen has the lead and has the throw in leg 2.
Jim to throw first. Game on. $59. $100.
I mentioned that recent victory on the Challenge Tour. Actually, second Challenge Tour title, Jim McEwen. He won one last year as well. It was the third event of 5 that were held in Milton Keynes recently.
180.
And he beat Colin Osborne in the semi-finals of the one he won last year, and Jim Williams in the final.
140.
The one that he won this year saw him see off Stephen Burton in the decider.
132.
132 to leave 130.
I
will say it is my favourite to take the title this evening, Jim McEwen, just based on what I've seen so far this week. I think he's shown the strongest stuff.
$65. Christian record 161.
Gilliland might need these kind of checkouts to have a chance if McEwen carries on playing at this kind of level.
$60. Jimmy requires 65.
So 2 darts at tops. Becomes 1 at double 10.
45.
Still
Christian requires
Gilliland
101.
on a 3-figure outshot. Well, it's still on treble 20 for double 18.
83.
Almost escaped from jail there. Chris Gilliland. But McEwen locks the cell.
Jim McEwen.
He has full control of this contest. A 2-leg lead for the Scotsman Gilliland with work to do.
Feel like it's Chris to throw first.
Of course, you don't want to lose your first match. It makes it very, very difficult in this very, very small group setting. Just 3 players in each group, 2 matches to play to try and get through. What you really don't want to do is lose it heavily. And already, Chris Gilliland is facing that prospect because he's 2-0 down and has only gone off with 28 points. If McEwen chucks in a couple of trebles here, you'd be in big trouble.
60.
Well, no treble. Trouble avoided for Gilliland, who we have seen on occasion at the Live League play very well in the week and then struggle a little bit on finals night. And I do
100.
wonder if maybe that's going to happen again. McEwen making his presence felt in the early exchanges
57.
here. The other player in this group is Lee Evans, a man who's good for a big checkout. Has had the highest finish in 7 of the 10 games that he's played at the Live League this week, including the Big Fish 170. In fact, had a spell against Jamie Kelling a couple of nights ago of hitting 142, 125 and 170 in consecutive legs.
60.
McEwen has slowed up a little bit here. Gilliland needs to grab this leg while he can. Going downstairs, trying to score 133 was the minimum requirement in his mind. McEwen can max out and get to a finish first. Well, he isn't going to max out. Just find a second treble 20, and all of a sudden is in the rear view mirror of his opponent.
$85.
Well, that dart is bad news for Gilliland. Just one treble will be very, very good for McEwen. 2 trebles is excellent. Gilliland now will feel that this has to go. Well, he did this last time. Hit the 5. He can still do it. He can't now.
81. Jimmy required 44.
McEwen going Motown. 4 tops. Double
Game's
10
on the
gets
third
the job
leg.
done in the end.
Jim
Found by
McEwen.
McEwen for the second time in this match as he opens up a 3-leg lead. And that was a leg where Gilliland had raced away but didn't even get a dart
Fourth
at
leg,
double.
it's Jim to throw first. Game on. $140. $100.
Sure, many of you have been watching the PDT darts, the European Tour, which got underway this weekend. The action finished just before we came on air here on
60.
Sporty Stuff TV. If you didn't see any of the action today, just inform you that the big names all made it through, but not without being tested, particularly Gerwyn Price, Michael Van Gerwen and Johnny Clayton.
121.
We'll put under it a little bit in their games before progressing. Peter Wright, though, raced to a very, very comfortable win, 6-0 against Luke Woodhouse. No darts here tomorrow. We're back on Tuesday, but the European Tour will conclude tomorrow, so darts fans have
27.
something to watch. And the big news, really, the big subplot going on in Riesa, Germany, is that at the end of the tournament, unless Gerwyn Price,
60.
the world #1, goes to win the title, then he will not be world #1 anymore. Peter Wright will replace him. So there might be a new king at the top of the rankings.
100.
A Scotsman at the top of the order of merit. It looks like this Scotsman, Jim McEwen, is going to be top of Group 2.
140.
Unless Gilliland can overturn a 3-leg deficit. He's giving himself a chance. He's only had 1 dart double in this match. The Ballyclare boy.
96. Christian require 80.
Too many loose darts when approaching finishers. Stay straight, Chris. Well, he hasn't again, and it means 25 bull. It means the bull
55.
clattered into the guide.
Jimmy requires
And
78.
McEwen will look to take advantage by hitting treble 18 and double 12. And it is
Game
marvellous
shot
from
on the
McEwen.
match,
A
Jim
whitewash
McEwen.
win to start the evening. And he tops Group 2. He's as good as through after that 4-0 winning in your opening match. But Chris Gilliland is going to face an uphill climb now. He will have to beat Lee Evans. That's coming up in a couple of games' time. McEwen on the march here at the Live League. Coming next, it's Matty Dennant against Lisa Ashton. Stay with us for that. Welcome back. And Ashton is in action. Yes, Lisa is at the live league and she's made it through to finals night and is about to get her campaign underway as she bids to carry on here at the live league and qualify for Champions Week. The Lancashire Rose, four-time Ladies World Champion, takes on Matty Dennant, who we saw lose out 4-1 to Colin Osborne in the opener, and that means that this is a must-win match for Matty Dennant.
Okay, first leg it's Lisa to throw first. Game on.
If Ashton gets the better of him, she goes through, along with Colin Osborne.
60.
If Dennant wins, then Ashton will need to beat Osborne, and it'll go down to leg difference.
93.
Fifth match of the night, around 11:15.
80.
Coming up after this, the second match in Group 2. Chris Gilliland needing to bounce back from a 4-0 defeat at the hands of Jim McEwen. He takes on Lee Evans. But focus right now
43.
on the former Challenge Tour winner Matty Dennant and the four-time world champion Lisa Ashton, who we'll see plenty of, I'm sure, in 2022.
85.
Brilliant opportunities for all darts players, particularly female darts players right now.
140.
PDC Women's Series has been expanded to 12 events. There's also the opportunity to qualify for the inaugural Women's World Match Play in July.
140.
Places on offer at Alexandra Palace as well. The Grand Slam of Darts. Could see Lisa Ashton in all of those tournaments. We are going to see her at the Lakeside in the World Seniors as well.
36.
Saw her at the Circus Tavern for the World Seniors World Championship. She's looking to make a flying start here, narrowly missing double eight.
You require 85.
For a 1-3-6 checkout, but Dennant is going to get a dart at the bullseye to break.
60.
Both players missing 60. The opportunity. It's going to rattle along at a hasty pace, this match.
Game shot on the first
Lisa Ashton
has
landed the first blow. She pegs double eight and wins the first leg of the tie. Dennant needing to dig himself out of a hole.
Second leg, it's Matt to throw first.
Mr. Dart at the bull to win that leg would have put him in a very strong position. He's going to have to find a break of throw at some point in this match, but having gone down 4-2 to Colin Osborne in his opener, it's must win, as I mentioned, the start of this tie.
$140. 85.
And I must say, Lisa Ashton has got better and better
60.
and better as the week has gone on here at the Live League. She made a debut on Tuesday, struggled, it's fair to say. In her first group A, she managed to win 3 of her 10 matches. She only lost 3 of her 10 matches in Group C, including winning 5 of her last 6 coming into finals night. A run that saw her clinch second spot.
95.
And progressed alongside Jim McEwen, and we've just seen kind of form Jim is in, and Lisa is, of course, well aware
57.
of McEwen's magnificence, having seen him average 108 against her on Thursday, a personal best for the man who calls himself Chucky. And then he followed it up by averaging 109, superseding that PB the following day.
140. Might require 85.
Well, it's a good setup for Ashton, and Dennant will hope to get more than a dart at the ball this time, but it's all he is going to get. And this time he pins it.
Matt Dennant.
Well, he had a practice in the previous leg, 19-16. He hit the 25 then, but this time he beds the bull and levels up the
I think
match.
it's Lisa to throw first.
And that could
Game
be
on.
crucial, because Lisa was waiting on double 14 to break the throw.
140.
So the only player we're yet to see this evening now is Lee Evans. He'll be in action next against Chris Gilliland.
60.
Felt the wrath of McEwen just minutes ago.
140. 121.
Lisa looking good on her own throw.
$140.
Very good indeed. A trio of 2 treble turns. A hat-trick of 140s to work her way down to 81 after just 9 darts.
Lisa require 81. $49.
Well, she was aiming for treble 10, not treble 6. Does get down to 32 in the end. What's Dennant got up his sleeve?
140.
140.
Lisa required 32.
Leaves him on a makeable shot, so Ashton will be determined to get rid of any drama here.
Game shot in the third.
And she does.
Lisa Ashton.
Lisa Ashton remains on course to progress to the semi-finals, where she would be 1 win away from making it through to Champions Week. She's 2 legs away from doing that.
Game
Matty Dennant having won Group A. He's had a couple of days off to rest and prepare for this finals night, but it's all
140.
going horribly wrong so far. A 4-1 defeat, 4-2 defeat, sorry, at the hands of Colin Osborne. And now Ashton is at it.
95.
Ashton is on it. And Dennant
100.
may well be denied.
$46.
He's hanging in there, waiting for his chance to break. He has to hold first, but
140.
he's making a good fist of that. Ashton, though, no, she just needs to remain super strong on her own throw.
140.
It'll be enough to see her through.
121.
71 remaining.
81.
Tops teed up by Dennant.
140. Matt, you reckon 40.
Ashton applies the pressure. Good guide, though, that for Matt. Surely.
No score.
Oh, dear.
Lisa,
Oh,
you
dear,
require
oh, dear.
80.
For Dennant. Now, Lisa wants the same double.
60.
She can't find it.
Matt, you require 40.
Again, it's a good guide.
Game shot on
This
the
time.
fourth leg.
This
Matt
time he
Dennant.
makes use of it, and Matt Dennant squares up this match at 2 apiece. All on throw so far, so it is still advantage Ashton.
Fifth leg, it's Lisa to throw first. Game on. $180.
And what a start on throw again. Full credit to Lisa Ashton. A 26-180 in this 21st Live League match.
$41.
Nothing to back it up though. And that call of 41 will be music to Matty's ears.
93. $60. 100.
Doing a lot wrong. He averaged 95 and change in his defeat to Osborne. He's averaging just over 92 here, Dennant.
100.
Now, is this a moment where he places himself in a position to break?
58.
Would have hoped for better than that. Similar
Lisa
finishes in
require
front of the pair of them, but
120.
Lisa Ashton has the first opportunity, and she's going to get a dart at tops. Oh,
Game's
brilliant
on the
stuff.
fifth leg.
120
Lisa
check
Ashton.
out for Lisa Ashton. Puts her on the brink of victory and puts Matty Dennant on the brink of elimination.
Sixth leg, it's Matt to throw first.
Matt taking a big moment before
Game on.
approaching the oche here. No margin for error whatsoever now. We've been waiting for 3 days
59.
to play again at the Live League after advancing from Group A. And to be out
60.
at the end of just the third match of the evening will be an enormous disappointment for Dennant,
57.
who I'm sure we will see again in another phase, perhaps even the next phase. But if Ashton gets another leg on the board, we will not see him again
100.
at Champions Week next week.
$100.
I know Lisa's husband Derek has been
140.
watching proudly from home up in Bolton. We may have to borrow Lisa for another week, I'm afraid, Derek.
100.
Edging ever closer to qualifying for Champions Week. She might bring £8,000 home with her, though. That will
60.
cushion the blow somewhat, I'm sure. 2,000 for winning tonight, 6,000 for winning next week. How about that?
26.
She could win this match here and move
Lisa
ever closer, but not only
141.
is she on a finish, Matty Dennant isn't. Huge opportunity here for Lisa Ashton to take a leap towards
47.
Champions Week. She'll return needing 94, which would secure a spot in the semi-finals. And 3 of the 4 will progress.
139.
Dennant
Lisa require 94.
asks the question.
50 scored.
Double 16. And
Game,
Ashton
shot
has
on
the
the
answer.
match.
She
Lisa
is through
Ashton.
to the semi-finals. Matty Dennant bowing out after losing 2 matches in Group 1. Lisa Ashton advancing alongside Colin Osborne. They will play in a couple of games' time just to determine who finishes top and who finishes second of the group. But Lisa Ashton put on a fantastic display there. 93.41 the average, 120 checkout in there as well. But Matty Dennant is checking out of the tournament already. Ashton and Osborne through. We move to the Group 2 action next. Lee Evans going up against Chris Gilliland. Welcome back. And as Colin Osborne and Lisa Ashton advance from Group 1, Ashton beating Matty Dennant to do so in the last match. We've got a very similar scenario here in Group 2. If Lee Evans defeats Chris Gilliland, then Evans goes through, and Gilliland, having already lost his opening match 4-0 against Jim McEwen, would bow out of the tournament with a match still to play in the group phase. And then it would be straight shootout between McEwen and Evans for who finishes top of the table. That is the scenario in Group 1. Osborne against Ashton coming up after this match. Meeting between one of the most consistent players at the Live League, Chris Gilliland, against the man who has had all the big finishes up his sleeve this week, Lee Evans.
Lee to throw first. Game on.
Has had the highest checkout in 7 of the 10 matches he's played.
180.
Starts off with some big scoring. Only Jim McEwen has hit maximums more
58.
frequently than Evans, who hits one approximately once every 4 legs.
100.
But he's piling pressure on Gilliland. That's the last thing he would have wanted to see. Now, that's a perfect dart for Gilliland. If you haven't been watching him at the Live League, you won't be aware that he's a bit of a stacker. The dart's lying down in the board.
57.
Allowing him to build on top. Robert Owen-esque, Phil Taylor-esque at times. So this is a 140.
60.
Well, that's the difference. It would have been a 140 any other day, the way Gilliland's been playing. But when it comes to finals night, the pressure's on. And he's feeling the pinch
100.
so far. The Northern Irishman, and Evans is about to claim the first leg unless Gilliland can put him under some darting duress.
85. Lee requires 64.
Can't leave a finish, so Evans can ease to victory in this opening leg. 8 to do so.
48.
2 on the wire won't matter. All Chris can do is sit and hope. $95.
Lee requires 16.
Here comes the hoping. Still hoping.
Game shot on the first
But the
leg.
hopes are extinguished. You can see the shake of the head from Chris Gilliland there. He just doesn't know what's happened this evening. His form has totally deserted him so far. He's lost all 5 legs he's played and needs to find that switch and flick on the Ginger Ninja that we've seen earlier in the week.
45.
Because this is weak so far from Gilliland. And when I say that, it's not a criticism of Chris. It's purely based on the form that he's produced. Not just this week, but in all the time we've seen him at the Live League. We've come to expect a certain level of performance from him.
81.
And he needs to find it, or he's going to be heading off very quickly indeed. Lee Evans is a different beast this time around to when he competed in the Live League
96.
last year. He played 8 matches, Evans.
Ah,
there it is. There it is. played 8 matches and only won one of them when he appeared last year.
95.
This time round he's played another 8 and won 5 of them. And that's why he's here. And he's already hit the 170 this week. I told you he's a man for the big checkout.
Lee, you require 170.
Come on, Lee. Make me look like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, don't.
90. Chris, you require 100.
Oh, excellent dart. Earning him 2 at tops.
Game's
Only
on
needs
the second
1.
leg.
Maybe Chris has found
Gilliland.
it. And just in the nick of time, he takes the second leg, his first of the night, a 180. Sparking something for the Northern Irishman.
Game on.
His 25th of the week here at the Live League. Still fighting, still hoping, still dreaming of being part of the field at Champions Week next week.
100. $100. $134.
Evans unfazed, unflustered, just going about his business in the calm way that he does, but Gilliland has given him
180.
1 or 2 reasons for concern in the last couple of legs. A maximum in each of them. And Evans doesn't like that dart, stepping across to try and hunt down that treble. That's an excellent execution.
85.
But then he's let that one go wayward and not left to finish, which he would have had he found just a single 20. Gilliland as well, just needing to stay straight.
60.
And does, but it is an enormous ask, the 161.
$96. Chris, you require 161.
161, the highest checkout that he's
45.
produced this week.
Lee, you require 86.
Can't repeat the trick. Well, 82 now. I would imagine treble 14 would be the target. That's what he was trying to hunt
30.
down, but couldn't manage it.
Require 160.
Gilliland still in the hunt for a break of throat. Treble 19. Single 19. Or treble for double 1. That's the second time that's happened to Chris Gilliland this week.
Lee, you require 56.
He's landed a bedfellow that he didn't want, then ended up busting his score. Double 18 for Evans.
20.
He can't find it, and Chris.
Require 160.
Have to stay away from that treble on that checkout. Right, you've got the treble. Single now, Chris. Single. He gets it. That's better. Double top.
96.
Just comes short of the target.
Lee, you
Had to
require
go back to
36.
the start of the 116 combination, having busted his score. And Evans
on the third leg.
takes advantage of those missed darts at doubles. 1 at double 1 and then 1 at double top, bizarrely. And Lee Evans gets away with one there due to that big bust from Chris Gilliland, who has the darts in leg 4 but finds himself 2-1 down.
78.
just casting my mind back to when he did it earlier in the week, and it was very similar. The dart seemed so well thrown, so well placed in the treble, so close to the other dart. It almost felt intentional. I'm sure it wasn't. Would be folly if it was, but
83.
It's happened twice in a week on the very same finish with the very same outcome for Chris Gilliland, and they do say that insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. Just needed to take a little bit more care. He is teetering on the tightrope.
100.
Here at the Live League. Remember, defeat would spell an exit for Gilliland.
140. $60. Lee require 136.
Here comes the big finish.
120.
Well, it's usually obligatory for Evans, but he'll be happy enough to come back and take aim at double eight again to break the throw and push his opponent
60.
further towards the cliff edge.
Lee requires 16.
Double two.
12.
But a chance.
Chris require 120.
For Chris to cling on. Too much of that, isn't there, tonight?
80. Lee require 4.
Nearly all of the time as well. On checkouts. And it's a sign of pressure, isn't it? It can only be pressure. Hasn't been doing that all week, but when it's come to the crunch, Chris Gilliland has been struggling, throwing wayward darts when approaching checkouts, and Lee Evans, the big beneficiary here. He is now one leg away
Fifth leg is Lee
from
to throw
booking his
first.
place in the semi-finals, where he would meet either Lisa Ashton or Colin Osborne.
$91. $100. $60.
He will be bitterly disappointed, Chris Gilliland, having posted such good figures all week. A high average of 104, a mean average across 18 matches of 91.
180.
27 180s now across 20 games, but they all amount to nothing. A break-back bid, though, for Gilliland here.
81. $100. Christian require 140.
That'll do, unless Evans has saved the
100.
big finish
They require 154.
for the worst time possible for his opponent. Not to be, so Gilliland will return with the opportunity to break
49.
the Evans throw.
Christian require 40. Game shot on the fifth leg.
And he does it.
Chris Gilliland.
He's still in there scrapping, still in there fighting. Gilliland still needs to win a couple more legs, but he has the darts in the 6th.
6th leg is Chris to throw first. Game on.
Still need to hope that Jim McEwen did him a favour
100.
and defeated Lee Evans if he was to turn this around. Has actually,
82.
in the last couple of legs, dragged his average back up to that 90 mark that we expect of him. He averages more than 90, more than any other player
100.
in the field this evening. Jim McEwen has the highest overall average, but his is hugely inflated by 2
97.
enormous averages hit against Lisa Ashton over the last couple of days. Just seeing there the way that
81.
Gilliland is hoping to stack his darts, and again the first dart was perfect for him. Earlier in the week I've no doubt that he would have filled it up. A little bit like that, a lot like that,
180.
as Evans gets a lot and will return. Looking at a checkout that we've already seen him take out this week.
100. They require 142.
He won't repeat it,
95.
but he will leave it
They
handy.
require
And the
120.
120 will have to go. Now stay straight. That's what he'll be thinking. Because time and time again he's drifted wide. At least it's in the 20 and the shot's still on. But it is
60.
no longer. And he may be in the tournament
They
no
require
longer.
47.
Because Lee Evans now has 2 darts at a double of his choice to get rid of Chris Gilliland and advance to the semi-finals himself. He chooses double 16, which he
Game
hits.
shot on the match.
Chris Gilliland
Evans.
is heading home. Lee Evans is heading through to the semi-finals alongside Jim McEwen. A 4-2 success over the Northern Irishman for Evans, who hit a couple of 180s in the win, and the semi-final lineup is complete with a couple of games to spare. It is Evans and McEwen from Group 2, Osborne and Ashton from Group 1, and all of those players still have to play their final game in the group, starting with Osborne and Ashton next, and we will find out who's playing who in the semi-finals after the next couple of matches. Do stay with us to see how it all pans out. Welcome back. The semi-final lineup is complete here at the Online Darts Live League. Colin Osborne and Lisa Ashton have both made it through from Group 1, having both beaten Matty Dennant, who bows out. In Group 2, Jim McEwen and Lee Evans have both seen off Chris Gilliland. So Osborne and Ashton will now battle it out to see who finishes at the top of this Group 1 table. McEwen and Evans will do the same in the following match. The winner of this group will take on the runner-up in that group in the semi-finals, which get underway in roughly half an hour's time, depending on the distance we go in these two darting duels. And 4 must become 3.
Okay, first leg it's Colin to throw first.
There are
Game on.
3 places available to fill the field at Champions Week next week. It gets underway on Tuesday. There's £6,000 on offer for the winner of next week's tournament.
85.
There is a £2,000 weekly winner's prize on
81.
offer tonight. So one of these players could head home with £8,000 for their work over the next 7 days.
43.
Not bad if you can get it, is it? Colin Osborne has experienced winning a week before. He did it in Phase 2 last year.
100.
Lisa Ashton is looking to do it on her debut, and she could make history, of course, as the first woman to win a week at the
96.
Live League. To win at a Champions Week, I should say. Fallon Sherritt came very, very close. She did win her week when she played in Phase 3 last year and then was runner-up on Champions Week. So, yeah, Lisa Ashton looking to become the first woman to win at Champions Week next week. Looking to join Fallon Sherritt in being a weekly winner. But Colin Osborne, Jim McEwen and Lee Evans standing in her way. The main objective this week is getting through to Champions Week.
137.
Colin Osborne so often found himself missing out the final hurdle last year.
You require 99.
Finished 4th in Phase 3. Ashton was looking for tops there.
19.
Well, she didn't need to throw that dart there.
Colin, you require 40.
Maybe a bad decision. Yeah, she knows it. A wry smile on the face of Lisa Ashton, and Colin Osborne shows her where the double top is as he takes the first leg of this match. The winner to top the group. And that gives you the throw.
Second leg, it's Lisa to throw first. Game on.
In the semi-finals.
$44. 57.
So already through to Champions Week, just so you know who you're going to be watching if you're planning on tuning in next week. We've
45.
got Josh Payne, who won the opening week of action here at the Live League in 2022.
45.
He'll be joined by fellow weekly winners Mike Gillett and Robert Owen, the Welsh pair. Chaz Barstow, a runner-up, along with Scott Baker. Third place is Andy Jenkins, Thibaut Tricot and Daryl Pilgrim. And a 4th place has gone through Mike Warburton, replacing the Week 3 runner-up Paul Hogan, who has qualified for the UK Open next week.
43.
Rendering him unavailable to compete here at the Live League. Warburton the beneficiary.
140.
Has a chance to make some dough.
$120.
One of the remaining 4 here will be bitterly disappointed not to be joining them. Nobody will be eliminated in this match, but he can get himself the advantage of topping the table. Lisa Ashton looking to carry on a streak as well. She's now won
180.
6 of her last 7 matches. Osborne has applied some pressure here. Just in the 15. Nowhere near the double 16.
15.
Close to that time, but
Colin, you
Osborne's
require 51.
pressure piling maximum may have just told there. He chooses his favourite double.
Game's on the second
He
leg.
pins his favourite
Colin
double,
Osborne.
and in doing so, doubles his lead in this match. Colin Osborne off the mark, 2-0 up and waltzing towards the top of the table.
Feel like it's Colin to throw first. Game on.
He was 4 out of 5 on his doubles in that opening match against Matt Dennant, when he hit checkouts of 120 and 121. He's 2 out of 2 here. Absolutely superb finishing.
100.
In fact, when Colin Osborne has gone to the board needing to hit a double, he's taken it out every single time, because the only one he missed was a dart at double top, which was followed into the double by the next one.
93.
In the last leg of that match against Dennant. Must be feeling so good. As we see Lisa Ashton
96.
finding a treble 19. Osborne just bossing this one.
180.
Fills it up again to take his tally for the evening to 5 across his 2 matches.
24. Colin, you require 143. $57. $41. Colin, you require 86.
Well, he's not going to miss, is he?
Game's
Of course
on
he's
the
not.
third
He's
leg.
not missing a thing
Colin
tonight,
Osborne.
Colin Osborne. A clinical kill of the 86 for a fabulous 14 dart leg. He's 3 out of 3 on the doubles, just like he was at this stage of his first match
Fourth leg, it's Lisa to throw
when
first.
he defeated Dennant.
Game on.
And that's the bit that matters, isn't it?
180.
Ashton, though, a defiant darter.
$93.
Talked about history at the Live League. What about some darting history? Well, she's not going to
100.
produce the perfect leg here and now, but it is kind of the perfect leg for her to be in this position after 6. When Osborne has been so
45.
clinical with his finishing. The only way that Ashton can stop him is not to let him get down to a finish.
140.
A 180 backed up by 240 points in the next 2 visits will certainly do the trick.
59. Lisa require 81.
Yeah, no need to bother
41.
leaving the bull. With Osborne way back. He might be on a finish though if he hits another treble.
100.
Couldn't
Lisa
manage it.
require 40.
So double top for Lisa Ashton.
Game's on the
An
fourth
excellent
leg.
leg of dart. She
Lisa
responds
Ashton.
to that 14 darter from Osborne with a 13 dart leg of her own. And she gets herself into contention in this match. But Colin
Fifth leg
has
is
the
Colin
darts
to throw first.
in what he
Game on.
hopes will be the final leg of it. So if he wins this leg or any other leg in this match, Colin Osborne, he will
96.
top the table with Ashton finishing in second. And she would then play the winner of the match between Jim McEwen and Lee
134.
Evans, with Osborne playing the loser of that match in the semi-finals. The 2
80.
losing semi-finalists then contest a Champions Week playoff around half past midnight, 25 to 1-ish.
134.
And really it's the most important match of finals night, because the winner of it goes through to Champions Week. The loser bows out
96.
following at the final. should be around 10 to 1. We get the final underway. And the winner
42.
of that pockets £2,000. And of course progresses to Champions Week along with that Champions Week playoff winner and the runner-up, with a chance to add another 6 to it. In fact, another 6,500 to it, because there is a 9 dart prize for the first time at the Live League in Champions Week next week.
100. Colin, you require 108.
Double top then to get the job done.
Shot on the
and
match.
Osborne does
Colin
top
Osborne.
the table in this group. Lisa Ashton finishing behind him in second place, but Osborne has the advantage in the semi-finals. He will take on the loser of the match between Jim McEwen and Lee Evans in Group 2. That's coming next. But it's wonderful stuff from Colin Osborne. He took Lisa Ashton to finishing school there, 4 out of 4 on his doubles, and he's only missed 1 all night. Stay tuned for that final group match coming up next. Jim McEwen against Lee Evans. Welcome back, and we are ready for the final group game here at the Live League on finals night. And as you can see, already through from Group 2 are Jim McEwen and Lee Evans, and they're about to go head-to-head to see who will top the table and take on Lisa Ashton in the semi-finals. Now, I think that Lisa Ashton will be hoping to avoid Jim McEwen, because she's played him twice this week and he's averaged more than 108 in defeating her on each of those occasions. Or maybe she's hoping to get some revenge, who knows. But the long and short of it is the winner will take on Lisa Ashton in the second semi-final. The loser will face Colin Osborne, who topped Group 1 in the first. A reminder that we do have a 10-minute break at the end of this semi-final. It would be unfair to make... Sorry, at the end of this match before the semi-finals, it would be unfair to make the
59
player playing in that first semi-final go straight back on. So don't worry if you're not seeing any darting action on your screen in the 10 minutes after this. We will return for the semi-finals and the crucial contests that they are. The 4 players remaining in the field must be reduced to 3, with those final places available for Champions Week, which gets underway on Tuesday. Now, viewers on Sporty Stuff TV can continue to watch the action in the evenings next week. We're on air once again Thursday, Friday and Saturday from 10 p.m, including finals night, where the winner will take home £6,000 and be crowned the first Live League champion of the year. If you want to watch the afternoon action, you can tune in from Tuesday to Friday from 9:30 a.m. Called it afternoon action, actually. You need to be ready bright and early. 9:30 a.m. until around 2 p.m. Live at the Online Darts YouTube channel, only ever a click away from live darts action.
$165.
Excellent setup from Jim McEwen, who has been excellent this evening. 4-0 win against Chris Gilliland, looking to
93.
make it 5 legs on the spin. It was 5 wins on the spin yesterday for Jim. And the run may continue.
Jim McEwen.
He's already stretched it to 6, and it might be about to become 7, because McEwen is off the mark. And he leads this match 1-0.
Second against Lee to throw pass.
Thanks to a 14 dart hold. Yeah, Jim defeated all of his Group C opponents
57
in Friday's daytime action, winning matches against Kurt Parry, Lisa Ashton, the one I mentioned with the average of 109, Jamie Durrant, Rob Collins,
100.
and then that winner-takes-all showdown with his Scottish compatriot Robert Thornton, who he beat 4-1 with an average of 96.6 to get himself to finals night.
180.
Lee Evans won 3 out of his 4 matches last night as well to progress from Group B alongside Gilliland and Osborne. We've lost Gilliland tonight. He lost to both of these players. Matty Dennant, the Group A winner, has also been eliminated.
55.
Well, Evans opened his 180 account
135
for the evening in this leg. But McEwen has left himself a very makeable outshot.
$76. Jim McEwen 126.
Treble would have given him a dart at the bullseye.
53. Lee require 133.
Highest checkout we've seen from Jim has been 120. Lee Evans has been excellent in the outshot department.
59.
That one's beyond him. McEwen may take the match further away from him here. Treble 19 for double 8.
$57.
A reprieve for Evans.
He requires 74.
We'll take aim at treble 14. Now 20. And now double it.
34.
Oh, it caught the flight. The dart blocked it.
Jimmy requires 16.
And McEwen
Game's on the second leg.
lands double 8 to double his lead. A breaker throw for the Scotsman, who is looking in a strong position now to go on and top the table. Still yet to lose a leg so far this evening.
So look, it's Jim to throw first. Game on.
Remember, the winner of this match to take on Lisa Ashton in the semi-finals. She may be fearful of Jim McEwen after those two scintillating displays
46.
he's produced against her already this week. However, don't forget that the losers of the semi-finals do get that second chance in the Champions Week playoff. So all is not lost if a semi-final is lost.
$97. $41. $180.
There's a first live league meeting between this pair, McEwen and Evans, who fires in his second maximum of the match. They weren't in the same groups earlier in the week.
100. $100.
I've met once before. It was actually at qualifying school in the PDC qualifying school last year, and Jim McEwen got the better of Lee Evans by a 4-leg margin, which is exactly what he's hoping to do here, but
45.
seems unlikely right now. With Evans on 124 and
124.
McEwen way back in the mid-200s. There's a 6-2 win for Jim on that occasion. Now, does Lee fancy the bullseye? Don't think so.
92.
Does a sensible, smart thing and sets up the shot as he looks to break back.
21 score, yeah. $61. Lee required 32. Game shot in the third leg. Lee Evans.
So Evans in the match now. He does cancel out that break of throw for Jim McEwen, but still has work to do. A hold here would restore parity, but of course he would
Lee to
need
first. Game
to
on.
find another break to win the match and top the table.
$25. 100. $134. 43.
We'll be seeing plenty of Jim McEwen. Maybe seeing him, of course, at the Champions Week next week here at the Live League, but just around the corner, just over a month's time now. World Darts returns to the Lakeside for the WDF World Championship. Jim McEwen, qualifier through the ranking system, along with
60.
A good handful of players that have played at the Live League, actually. McEwen takes on Roman Obakov in the opening round for the right to take on Aaron Turner.
180.
He could really be a danger at Lakeside, to be honest, Jim McEwen. The top seed for that tournament is Brian Raman, who today beat Jose de Sousa on the European Tour. Debut for him there.
45.
That to
He require 81.
the action here, and Lee Evans looking at 81 to level up this match.
Game on the full
Brilliant,
flag.
brilliant
Lee
finish
Evans.
from Evans, who takes out the 81 on double 16, wins a fourth leg, squares it up. But as I was saying, he does need to find another break from somewhere if he is to win and top the table.
Fifth leg, it's Jim to throw first. Game on. $98.
Now that Jim McEwen attempted to qualify for the World Seniors Championship, and I tell you what, if he does manage to win through one of the qualifiers for a big stage seniors event, I think he will be a real danger. We saw what he did to the champion Robert Thornton yesterday.
$100.
His level has dropped in this match, though, and as his performance has gone down, Evans has got better, and he's now the man that is threatening to average in three figures and go on and win the match and top the table.
$141.
No finish for McEwen after that visit, so Evans still in with a big chance. Probably will go downstairs for 17s.
97. $48.
McEwen was looking at the
The
bullseye.
require 130.
And now Evans is looking at the bullseye.
105. Jimmy require 114.
Big moment this. Double top.
Game shown the
And
fifth
McEwen
leg.
pops tops
Jim McEwen.
to get ahead just after he'd seen his opponent, who was really in the ascendancy in this match, miss a dart at the bull to take the lead and get the break he needed
Sixth leg, it's
to
Lee
put
to
himself
throw
in pole
first.
position. McEwen pulled
Game
out A ton-topping checkout, 114 on his favourite double top. And just keeps himself ahead and
57.
keeps himself favourite to top the group and win the match. Despite an average that going into this leg was 14 points lower than that of Lee Evans.
45. $140. 96. $134.
On the money here, McEwen, but he's not going to leave a finish whatever he hits.
140. Lee require 170.
I don't think he'll go for it. He's going for it. He's hitting it. What do I know?
Lee Evans.
Well, he's hit it once already this week. And he's hit it again to tie up this match at 3 apiece. Beautiful checkout from Lee Evans. The big fish netted it. Had no right to go for it. Shouldn't have gone for it. But he fancied it. He wanted it. And he claimed it. Now who will claim the win?
$100.
Just to try and redeem myself. I did tell you earlier, didn't I, about the knack of big finishing for Lee Evans. He's hit the highest checkout in most of the matches he's played in the live league, and he's hit the highest one tonight once again.
180.
Just the first 180 that for Jim McEwen, but what a time to get it. On throw, in a last leg decider. What a time to respond in kind.
180.
What a game this has turned into. Lee Evans averaging 107. Yet it might not be good enough against a man who's not averaging 90.
60.
Funny old game. Mind you, you may have to respond to the 170 with a 161. The biggest finish, followed by the most difficult finish. Arguably, the most difficult finish.
$39. Jimmy require 100.
But that is a slip from Lee Evans, and McEwen may not have to take this out.
Left, yeah. $93. Lee require 142.
We had a 142 followed by a 170. Finishes in back-to-back legs earlier this week. Can he reverse it? A 170 in the last leg. And a 142 to win the match. Almost did. He was so close.
68.
Lee Evans to the double 11. But McEwen gets his chance. It's one dart. Well, he wanted double top. He wanted double top. It's double 16. And it doesn't
Game
matter.
shot and the match.
He hits it anyway,
Jim
almost
McEwen.
apologetic there after that miss, hitting the wrong part of the bed. He was looking for the big 8, but look at that. 17 points better off Lee Evans, 105 the average, 170 finish, but Jim McEwen remains unbeaten. He won all 5 matches last night. He stretched his winning run to 7, and he tops the group and therefore will take on Lisa Ashton in the second semi-final. Evans will return in roughly 10 minutes to face Colin Osborne in the first 10-minute break now, but do come and rejoin us for the semi-finals here at the Live League. Welcome back to the action here at the Online Darts
more.
Live League, where we are dining on delicious darting duels. We've given you your taster plates, and now it's time for the meaty mains, the semi-final stage, and the winner of each of the next two matches progresses to Champions Week. Colin Osborne against Lee Evans, the first of the two semi-finals. Jim McEwen facing Lisa Ashton after this. There is then a third place playoff between the two losing semi-finalists to fill that final spot at Champions Week, where the first winner of an Online Darts Live League phase will be crowned next Saturday night. But a weekly winner here
Okay, first leg, it's Colin to throw first.
will pocket
Game on.
the cool £2,000. Colin Osborne and Lee Evans then going toe-to-toe. Played each other twice at the Live League before, one win apiece. But it's going to be all about
60.
finishing this. Lee Evans has stuck in an incredible 7-ton-plus checkouts over the last three nights.
180.
Colin Osborne has only missed one dart double all night. 8 out of 9 on doubles this evening,
70.
Colin Osborne. Evans hitting the big fish, the 170, and missing a 142 on double 11 to win the match against Jim McEwen. A match in which he was left scratching his head after averaging 105. His best performance of the week.
140.
Going down 4-3 to a man who averaged 17 points below that. McEwen, who takes on Lisa Ashton next, he's averaged over 108 each time he's played Ashton this week. 2 convincing wins against the 4-time world champion, but who's to say that continues tonight? So 2 matches, the prize for the winner, a place at Champions Week and a place in the final this evening. Osborne looking to level the maximum count in this match already, after Evans landed his first of the match and his 7th of the night in his very first visit.
134. Colin, you require 108.
But Osborne has an opportunity. Remember what I said, just one dart missed at double
Game shot
all
the
night,
first
and
leg.
he's now
Colin
9 out of 10. This is an incredible display of doubling from Colin Osborne, who pops tops to take the lead.
Second against Lee to throw first. Game on.
A nice little smile there from Colin Osborne. He must know how good he is, how good he's been. Even the one that he missed was followed by a dart straight in that double top, so it didn't matter at all.
78.
How long can he keep this run going? Near flawless finishing
57.
from the wonderful wizard.
$97. $100. $58.
Hope you're all enjoying the action as much as I am. It was always going to be a difficult night to call. Matty Dennant, who topped Group A, and Chris Gilliland, who topped Group B, both lost both of their games in their round-robin groups this evening.
180.
And Lee Evans has got better and better and better as the nights have gone on. He had a poor showing when he appeared at the Live League last year.
96.
Man who's appeared in the UK Open 4 times before. But he's certainly come back much, much better this time around. Not bothering with the ball this time.
48.
Didn't think he was going to bother with it when he took out the 170 in the last match, but he fancied it and he got it. made me look a little bit silly in the process.
125. Be required 40.
Looking to hoist.
Game shot on the second leg.
Colin Osborne by his own
Evans.
petard, and that's exactly what he does, landing double top to level up this match at 1 apiece. Osborne has the darts in leg 3.
Feel like it's Colin to throw first. Game on. $140.
Strong start from Osborne, who is on this marvellous, magical
100.
spell of finishing. As I mentioned, now up to 9 out of 10 this evening. That is world class. Class unheard of.
60.
But a man who has oozed class over the years, Colin Osborne.
134.
It's around 13 or 14 years since he had his heyday, but some of the stuff he's shown at the Live League and on the Challenge Tour suggests to me that he's more than capable of getting back on the professional circuit, being competitive on it as well.
140.
We know that Lee Evans is good for a big finish, so 127 in front of him when he comes back.
57. You require 127.
Not going to have to make the decision whether or not to go for the bullseye, but he really does have an excellent
59.
opportunity here to break. Has never made it to a Champions Week before, Lee Evans.
85. Lee requires 68.
I just do wonder if it will be an advantage having played this week to kick off on Tuesday with some good memories and good form here in Live League land. Double 18, working across the board, and it worked a treat
Lee Evans.
for Lee Evans, who helps himself to a break of throw and puts himself in command of this clash. Evans leads Colin Osborne by 2 legs to 1 and has the darts in leg 4.
125.
Last year, Lee Evans lost
100.
his first 7 matches of the Live League before finally beating Paul Hogan, his only victory when he appeared in the tournament. It was looking like going a similar way when he was beaten by Chris Gilliland and Osborne in his first 2 matches on Thursday evening, but wins against Jamie Kelling when he had that incredible display of finishing. Checkouts of 125, 142 and the 170 that he's produced again tonight in a 4-0 victory sparked a run of 5 straight wins that helped
81.
Evans make it to finals night. The last of those wins, a reverse of the 4-3 defeat to Osborne. And he's gone on to beat Chris Gilliland 4-2 tonight, and then that defeat to Jim McEwen in the final match, a match in which he averaged, as I said, more than 105 and missed double 11 for a match-winning 142 checkout in the leg after netting the big fish. Right, I'm going to say it again. I don't think he'll go for this. Right, I've redeemed myself now.
87.
Evans just trying to work out what he wants to leave here. 124 after that dart. 70
No, that's 70 left.
after that dart. So another in there, I would imagine.
132.
That was the
Colin, your record,
intention.
74.
Could use that.
Game
does
shot on
use
the
that.
flag.
And he
Colin
breaks
Osborne.
straight back there, Colin Osborne. An excellent check out. One miss, a rare miss at the outer ring, but again, it hasn't mattered. Colin Osborne levels up at 2-2.
Fifth leg, it's Colin to throw first. Game on.
So that takes his double success rate to a
45.
shocking 10 out of 12. Come on, Colin.
$135.
Reminder coming next, Scotland's Jim McEwen against the four-time Ladies World Champion Lisa Ashton, looking to make it to Champions Week at her Live League debut.
180.
Osborne lands his 5th max of the night. 27 perfect visits we've witnessed
100.
from the Wizard this week.
$100. $96.
Well, look what Lee's left.
$140. Lee, you require 170.
If he hits this, I think he's got to give himself the nickname, the Big Fish. Doesn't like that nickname, obviously.
96. Colin, you require 36.
Not a third 170 checkout for Evans. But a
Game shot on
simple
the fifth leg.
double 18
Colin
for Colin
Osborne.
Osborne, who is just not missing doubles this evening. And if he carries on like that, then put the crown on his head right now. Osborne, 3-2 up,
Sixth
one
leg, it's
away
Lee to throw
from a
first.
place in the final and a place, of course,
Game on.
at Champions Week. There has not been a single occasion all night in which Colin Osborne has had darts at a double and his opponent has returned to the hockey in that leg.
180.
It's class, and that's class from Evans. A 9th max of the evening for Evans.
78.
Oh, what a dart that is. Surely he can follow that. He fills it up.
180.
The 9-darter is very much on. Lee Evans teasing the prospect of a perfect leg here at finals night.
100. You require 141.
And that prospect disappears with a disastrous start.
41.
He won't mind too much. He'll be coming back for 100.
140.
Force a last leg decider. To ramp up the pressure. Evans is
Lee
once again
require
averaging in
100.
3 figures and losing a darts match here. $60-40. 60 and 40.
Game shot on the sixth flag. Lee Evans.
And Evans tidies up the ton and takes us to a final leg showdown. Everything
Seventh and
on the
final leg, it's
line. The
Colin to
winner
throw first.
takes the lot. A
Game
place
on.
in the final and a place at Champions Week awaits. And Osborne is faltering
45.
with his first visit. Is the pressure showing? Is the experienced Osborne under darting duress? And can Evans take advantage?
96.
Well, Lee Evans knows he's up against it with the incredible finishing stats from Colin Osborne. Darting duress, you say? He shrugs it off. He forgets the first visit. Evans looking to answer in kind. And does.
180.
Now, 7 180s we've had in this match.
$140.
Thought it was going to be 8. But he cannot let Colin Osborne have darts at a double. I repeat, there has not been a single occasion tonight across 3 matches he's played that Colin Osborne has had a dart at a double and his opponent has returned. So Lee Evans will be a very relieved man.
Lee require 91.
That second treble was not hit. He also knows exactly what he needs to do. Lee Evans averaging for the second game in a row 105. He lost the last one. Which way? He went for the double. I think it was the right route because he knows that Osborne,
59.
in all likelihood,
Colin, you require 40.
will plant his first dart in tops, if not his second or his third. And he does nail it first time.
Colin Osborne.
And Osborne advances to Champions Week. He books his place in the final and has the chance to win the £2,000 weekly winners prize. And more importantly, he's booked his place in Champions Week next week. Once again, Lee Evans will be scratching his head at the end of a match, having averaged 104, but been on the wrong end of the result. There is a second chance for Lee Evans. He will take part in the Champions Week third place playoff against the loser of the match coming up next. The winner will take on Colin Osborne in tonight's final. It's Jim McEwen against Lisa Ashton, live in a couple of minutes' time. Welcome back. This exciting evening of Arrows action continues with our second semi-final, which will determine who will face Colin Osborne in tonight's decider. Will it be Jim McEwen, the 54-year-old Scotsman, who has produced some incredible performances, particularly against this lady, Lisa Ashton, the four-time world champion? Lancashire Rose looking to end a ridiculous trend in matches against Jim McEwen, because every time he's played Lisa Ashton, he's produced his personal best average. McEwen played Ashton a couple of days ago.
Go first leg, it's Jim to throw first.
And he averaged
Game on.
108.04. That was the best average he'd ever produced in any game of darts, anywhere, anytime, until the next day when he played Lisa Ashton and bettered it with 109.03. Ashton yet to win a leg against McEwen. So would have been a little bit annoyed to see McEwen win that match against Lee Evans, particularly when Lee himself averaged 105.41, losing 4-3. And poor old Lee Evans has just averaged 104.01 against Colin Osborne, and has lost 4-3 to Colin because of Colin's class checking out this evening. 12 out of 14 on the doubles for the Wizard, not allowing his opponent a dart at a double any time he's had darts himself. The games have been exceptional this evening.
140.
So if you have tuned in and stayed up late to watch the live league action,
60.
you should be feeling pretty pleased with that decision right now. And still, the small matter of this match, the second semi-final, which will determine one of the places at Champions Week, then the third place playoff, which will decide the last spot at next week's Champions Week, and then of course the final featuring Colin Osborne, who's already there, and the winner of this match for the small matter of the £2,000 first prize. Good, isn't it? Well, this would be good. Treble 18. It would be good for Lisa Ashton to finally get a leg
92
against Chucky.
Lisa require 100.
What a way to do it this would be. Starting on the ball. And another. Oh, she threatened it. It looks so inviting.
82.
To double up.
Give me require 32.
On the button. And get a dart at double 16. But that's what Jim McEwen hits.
Jim McEwen
to get a 9th straight leg against Lisa Ashton. His first in this semi-final. A hold of throw. And he has the early advantage.
Second leg is Lisa to throw first.
McEwen, a man who's actually on
140.
7-match winning streak. Having won all 5 games last night. In topping Group B. Well, yesterday daytime, I should say.
41.
And then having beaten both Chris Gilliland and Lee Evans in his group this evening.
140.
But Ashton is on course to get a leg off him here. A brace of 140s. Put in a very strong position.
85. 140.
There's a prize fund this evening of £5,000. The winner of this match will take at least £1,000 share of it.
140. Lisa require 81.
Ashton after an 11 dart leg here. Doesn't have to go out in this visit though. McEwen a long way back for once. Finally Lisa Ashton thinking he's not playing absolutely out of his skin. In fact, after a couple of legs it is her who is averaging in 3 figures.
45. Lisa require 40.
Doesn't even have to go out in this visit, but double top is the target. Double 10 becomes the target.
30.
Well, probably the worst outcome that Ashton could have wanted after that first start was above double top.
$100. Lisa required 10.
So double 5.
Game's on the
And she
second
finds
leg.
it. And finally, Lisa Ashton knows what it feels like to win a leg at the Live League against Jim McEwen. She levels up this semi-final and is still in contention
Jim to throw first. Game on.
for reaching tonight's decider against Colin Osborne. Remember, Champions Week awaits the winner and the riches on offer at Champions Week. A total prize fund
81.
£15,000 on offer next week. 6,000 of that to the winner next finals night, and a £500 prize for any player who hits a 9 dart, so that will roll over as well if one isn't achieved.
81.
The last person to produce perfection was Martin Adams.
60.
Old Wolfie landing a perfect leg at the Live League.
$25.
A shake of the head from McEwen. He's not producing the level that he has against Ashton in each of their previous clashes, and Ashton is determined to take advantage of that. McEwen replies in kind to leave himself on a finish.
$40. Jim, you require 170.
A finish we've seen from Lee Evans hit against Jim McEwen. Didn't do him any good in the end. Lost with an average of 105 and then went on to lose with an average of 104 in the very next match. And is waiting for the losing semi-finalists from this one in the Champions Week playoff.
Lisa require 140.
Lisa Ashton looking for a big finish. Another. Oh, double 10. And in it goes, and Ashton completes the combination and lands a huge blow to Jim McEwen's prospects of making the final. Ashton on top. She breaks a throw with a 140 checkout and has the darts to move within a leg of tonight's final.
55. $59.
What a whopper that was from Lisa Ashton, who's
83.
now thrown 9 ton plus checkouts this week.
85.
That the biggest of them all.
100.
An ocean of space to the left.
140.
McEwen can't find it, but he is doing his level best to carve out a break opportunity. Lisa Ashton having none of it.
125. 140.
Pressure applied.
Lisa, you require 138.
Jim McEwen, who has been the scariest of opponents. A scary
78.
is the image on the back of his
Jim
shirt.
requires 77.
To Lisa Ashton. But she's taking no prisoners tonight. And he may have to hit this. 18. Double 20.
57.
And it took a nosedive.
Lisa requires 60.
And McEwen may be falling at this hurdle. Oh, it's a disaster for Ashton. She still has a chance though. 20. Can she use that dart as a guide?
20.
Well, she couldn't.
Jim, you require 20.
Dart was wasted there by Lisa Ashton. And Jim McEwen wastes no time in applying the punishment. He ties up this match at 2 apiece, and all of a sudden the game has turned in his favour. One mistake from Lisa Ashton,
Jim's a throw first.
cruelly capitalised on by Chucky, who has the darts in leg 5, and it becomes a race to 2.
$60. 140.
Just before we do get to the grandstand finish in this match, let me remind you that there will be a break of 10 minutes after it. The Champions Week playoff between Lee Evans and the unsuccessful semi-finalist here
80.
will take place 10 minutes from the call of game shot and the match from our referee Owen Binks. At the end of this one,
140.
Lisa Ashton rallying after that disappointment in the last leg. She could have been 3-1 to the good, but she's kicked off this one with a couple of ton 40s.
140.
Jim McEwen is in the same position, but he has thrown 3 more darts. It is advantage Ashton. How she'd love to see this fly in a treble, but not that one. Not only is she not on a 121 finish, which is what she would have been hoping for, she's not on any finish.
100.
McEwen's on 121 instead.
$126.
Well, that's brilliant from Lisa Ashton. She says, look, Jim, you're going to have to take it out. I'm not messing around here. And no messing around from McEwen, who gets himself a dart at double 14.
28 left.
Well, he's confused himself a little bit. Had to check. A mind blank. But it didn't knock him out of his stride. Ashton asked the question and McEwen came up with the answer. A 1-2-1 checkout in this thrilling battle.
Sixth leg is Lisa to throw first.
And now McEwen finds himself a leg away from the final. And Ashton still refusing to go away.
$140.
This is one of the most engaging duels we've witnessed at the Live League this week. We've seen Jim McEwen go crazy against Lisa Ashton twice, but
140.
he's not at that standard here. And what that has done is created a dramatic darts match, a gripping game.
57.
And it deserves the last leg decider, just as the other semi-final had. What a night it's been.
100.
A thrilling finals night at the Live League. And still, plenty to play for. Don't look up, Lisa. You will not like what you see.
180.
Having taken out 1-2-1 in the previous leg, McEwen's maximum leaves him on 1-2-4. Ashton threatening not to give him a go, and again she leaves herself on a double. She keeps the pressure on. But again McEwen finds a treble. Treble 14 this time. Only the bull.
85.
This time he misses.
Lexi required 24.
And Ashton hits.
Game shot on the sixth flare.
And forces
Lisa Ashton.
A last leg shootout in what has been an absolutely brilliant battle. Engaging arrows here at the Live League. McEwen has the darts.
Game on.
But Lisa Ashton has been a defiant operator, producing a fantastic performance in this match.
60.
She's averaging around 96, just a shade under the best average we've seen from Lisa Ashton this week. And what a time to produce. Close but no cigar. Close
60.
but no cigar. An opening for Ashton.
$100.
That last start could be very, very important. McEwen 77 points behind, having thrown first in this deciding leg. Now 3 in front.
140.
Now 63 in front. 2 trebles, the order of the day for Ashton to leave a finish. There's one.
100.
Not quite. Lisa Ashton has played on the biggest stage of all at the Alexandra Palace. She's won 4 world titles at Lakeside.
59.
She knows how to deal with pressure, and really in this intimate atmosphere with only her and Jim McEwen and our referee Owen Binks in the room. The tension is palpable, but Lisa Ashton has used all her experience and all her tenacity to give herself 64. A chance to progress to the final and to Champions Week. And Ashton has done it. Lisa Ashton, on her debut week at the Online Darts Live League, has booked her spot in the final, and we will see her again next week at Champions Week. Jim McEwen will have to pick himself up to try and win the Champions Week playoff, the third place playoff coming next. But Lisa Ashton produces her best display of the week, an average of more than 97, and wins a dramatic darting duel to progress. We'll see her again in the final against Colin Osborne. We'll see her again at Champions Week. For Jim McEwen, he needs to defeat Lee Evans in the third place playoff that is coming up in 10 minutes' time. welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. And I don't know about you, but this is one of the best finals nights that I can remember at the Online Darts Live League. And it's a shame that one of the 4 remaining players is not going to make it through to Champions Week. We know that Lisa Ashton and Colin Osborne will. They will contest the final straight after this. But in this Championship Week playoff, we have a man in Jim McEwen who's just seen his 7-match winning streak ended in a dramatic darting duel against Lisa Ashton. McEwen had been Ashton's nemesis, posting personal best averages in both of the games he played against her earlier in the week. And then Lee Evans, who's lost his last 2 matches,
First leg, it's Jim to throw first.
with averages
Game on.
of more than 104. One of them against Jim McEwen. It was 4-3 to the Scotsman. A match which saw Evans take out the 170 finish. The other, that semi-final
64.
against Colin Osborne, who has been exhibiting near flawless finishing tonight. 12 out of 14 on the doubles for Osborne. Evans himself only missed 1 dart at double in that entire match and went down 4-3 to the Wizard.
140.
But he's made a strong start, and you just have to wonder how much those semi-final defeats, both of them in last leg deciders, have taken out of these players. Full credit to them for the way that they've started this match.
180.
McEwen with a maximum in the opening leg. He won the bullseye in the practice room before to get himself the
91.
advantage.
$140.
Throwing first in this 3rd place playoff. Remember, only one of these men
100.
can join
Jimmy
Colin
Rockaway,
Osborne and Lisa Ashton at
170.
Champions Week. McEwen looking at 117. Doesn't want to give Lee Evans a shot at 170. He's taken it out twice this week, once against him. An hour or so ago. So he doesn't.
Shot on the first leg.
He cleans up
Jim
the
McEwen.
117. And McEwen takes the first step towards that final spot at Champions Week with a 12-dart holder throw.
Throw first. Game on. $140.
Well, a shake of the head after that
85.
first start from Jim McEwen, and after the last one, he's already feeling like he's handing this leg to his opponent.
57.
In many ways, on a finals night, this 3rd place playoff is the most important game. All right, the winner gets £2,000 in the final, but the chance for more riches
140.
playing in Champions Week next week is so lucrative, and that's what it's all about in these 4 weeks before we have the Champions Week in each phase.
90. $100.
There is a bonus as well in terms of prize money for finishing in 3rd rather than 4th. The winner getting £750.
94.
Loser of this match getting 500.
100. You require 120.
Good guy, treble 20. Couldn't use it. McEwen is poised
60.
here to put
Jimmy
the
requires
match
76.
completely in his control. Well, now he needs to find a treble. 71 remaining. Treble 13 will be the chosen treble. And he can't find it, and Evans is off the hook.
19. Lee requires 60. Game's on the
And he
second
hooks
leg.
double top
Lee Evans.
to get himself level after that mess from McEwen on the 71 finish. In this, the most tense tie
They'll look at Jim
on
to
any
throw
given
first.
week at the live league. That yellow carpet
Game on.
around the hockey might as well be a trapdoor, because that's what the players will feel like they're playing on. Lose and you're gone. The winner takes it all.
100.
A certain freedom in playing in the final. It's a bit of a bonus to win a week at the live league. So important to try and qualify for Champions Week, and only one of them can.
$40.
Maybe an opening here. And Lee Evans is trying to make the most of it.
140.
Faster thrower, but he is very, very careful about his pre-shot routine, his approach to the hockey. Lee Evans. Jim McEwen more methodical with the actual action.
95.
Don't let the dart go until he's absolutely certain that he's ready to release and locate the target. No approach there from Lee, though. Impatient to get to the hockey. Maybe he stood behind Jim for long enough. And it's done the trick.
180.
A rush to the red bed for Lee Evans to leave himself a break opportunity.
140. Lee require 96.
So treble 20. And still couldn't manage
56.
it. Has McEwen got some magic?
126.
Oh, it's wayward. And he can't now go out. Yeah, big puff of the cheeks for Jim McEwen. 119 left, still shaking his head. Oh,
86.
Tee up double top.
Lee require
But
40.
can only watch as Evans takes aim at that target, and this for a break of throw. It could well be the tide turner. Double 10. And again.
20.
Nowhere near, was he, Lee Evans, when it came to it? What a huge moment that could be. 3 big misses at the outer ring, and Jim McEwen will not make the same mistake. He holds on to his throw and holds on to the advantage, and Lee Evans may be left to rue those missed starts at double. 2-1 to Jim McEwen.
Fourth leg, it's Lee to throw first. Game on.
Still seething with himself, Lee Evans. No laughing matter. As he bids to refocus.
60.
And only 60. reminder that the final after this features the wizard Colin Osborne and the 4-time Women's World Champion Lisa Ashton, who in her debut week at the Live League has booked her place in the final.
140. 140. 134.
Good darts to make sure he leaves a finish, but Jim McEwen will be determined to leave a more makeable outshot. And he'll do that. And it's a much more makeable one, and Lee Evans is going to have to pull out one of the big guns again. Twice he's hit 170s, including against Jim McEwen earlier tonight, but the 167 is not going to happen.
Jimmy require
the Ayrshire ace McEwen has the opportunity to break Evans, having survived 3 darts to be broken himself in the last leg. He gets 2. Double 9.
And
Jim hits.
The 4 flag.
Evans
Jim
made
McEwen
to pay. He will still be kicking himself, I'm sure, over those misses at tops and 10s. And double 9 is found by McEwen, who now will throw to win
Jim to throw
his 3rd place playoff and join Lisa Ashton and Colin Osborne in qualifying for Champions Week next week. It is the last place available. Josh Payne,
60.
Chaz Barstow, Andy Jenkins, Mike Gillett, Scott Baker, Thibaut Tricot, Robert Owen, Daryl Pilgrim, Mike Warburton, Colin Osborne and Lisa Ashton are all in action next week. And Jim McEwen is currently 441 points away from joining them.
$96.
All getting a bit tense, isn't it?
59.
McEwen quietly going about his business. Silent assassin that he's proved to be at the Live League, averaging way above 100. Good value for being at this position in this match.
140.
Averaging 105.14. It was actually 105.41. The losing average for Lee Evans against Jim McEwen earlier tonight.
43.
In their group game.
$55.
Well, maybe an opening, but Evans really needs to pile in a maximum here. The big approach. All he's thinking is 60, 60, 60. And now he needs 2 trebles to leave a finish.
100.
I think he thinks the game is up.
You require 150.
Jim McEwen, who won 7 straight matches across 2 nights before losing out in a last leg decider to Lisa Ashton.
90.
In the semi-final. May well be about to put the pain of that defeat behind him and join Ashton and Osborne at Champions Week.
58. Jimmy requires 60.
20 for tops. Double 10.
40.
Not just yet,
You
Jim.
require 146.
The last chance for Lee Evans, the man who's been the king of the big checkouts this week. A 10th. Ton-topping finish. Would be a skin saver. And it's on. Another. Oh my word. Double 16. And that's how close he got. That's how close he was.
Jim, you require 20.
But it's joy
for
Jim McEwen,
Jim McEwen,
who books his place at Champions Week next week, alongside Lisa Ashton and Colin Osborne, who will contest the final in a couple of minutes' time, and at the expense of Lee Evans, who goes down to McEwen for the second time this evening, an average of 99 for the Scotsman, and it's enough to see him win the third place playoff and book his place in Champions Week. Just one more match to go then for this week, and it will be the final as Colin Osborne takes on Lisa Ashton. Stay with us. So the lineup for Champions Week next week is
6 more weeks.
complete, and there is just one final matter to settle this evening. Who will be the weekly winner? Will it be the wizard Colin Osborne, or will Lisa Ashton do it on debut at the Online Darts Live League? Two players who are no strangers to picking up titles. Osborne amassed 7 of them in his time as a PDC professional. Lisa Ashton, of course, has won plenty, including 4 World Championship titles. The Lancashire Rose looking to win her first ever week at the Live League. Colin Osborne has managed it once before.
Okay, first leg, it's Lisa to throw first. Game on.
Jim McEwen, the other player, having booked his place at
81.
Champions Week after seeing off Lee Evans in the playoff. Ashton got the better of McEwen in a thrilling set of semi-finals, both of them going the distance. Lisa finally beating McEwen, who had been her nemesis earlier in the week, with 2 performances that saw him record his personal best average, 108 and then 109 in successive whitewash wins. But it was Ashton who was first to 4 tonight.
60.
As for Colin Osborne, well, finishing has been the reason he's reached the final. Running at 12 out of 14 successful
45.
double attempts. And there hasn't been a single time tonight where he's been on a double.
180.
And his opponent has returned for another visit in that leg. He's also racked up 7 maximums this evening. And is 1 away from his 30th of the week.
135.
A strong start from Osborne.
41. Colin, you require 41.
So can he carry on the trend? Terrific finishing. Of course he can.
Colin Osborne.
What a start from Colin Osborne. And that double top has been central to this run, which is now 13 out of 15.
Second leg, it's Colin to throw first. Game on.
The wizard with a quite remarkable spell of doubling.
44.
He'd be hard pushed to find a better run in any darting arena.
45. $60. 60. 96. 100. 45.
A little bit of a slow start from Lisa Ashton.
54.
She put a lot into that victory against Jim McEwen.
48.
She would have been well aware of what she might have to do to beat Jim.
41. 140.
So 68 left for Osborne to double his lead.
45. Colin, you require 68.
Having broken the throw in the opening leg. That's a result for Lisa. A dart of the ball. Well, he's hitting everything. This is getting ridiculous from Colin Osborne. A bullseye finish this time around. It is quite remarkable.
Feel like it's Lisa to throw first. Game on.
He must be going for doubles, just feeling like he cannot
60.
miss. 16 attempts, 14 hit across the night.
$85.
He was on Middlesbrough's books as a young footballer, and he's certainly showing he can finish.
100. $100. $180.
So Ashton arrives in the final.
96. Lacey require 161. $99.
Victory against Matty Dennant. Booked her a place in the semi-finals. She did lose to Colin Osborne 4-1 in their group game.
Lacey requires 62.
She gets a dart.
22.
Osborne just gave himself a little word. Come on. He's still interested in this leg.
$59. Lacey require 40.
Is he right to be? He is.
30.
And the man who's put on an exhibition of finishing this evening might be able to produce his biggest trick of the lot. Maybe not. But if he fancied it when Lisa had left 40, he must fancy it when she's left 10.
122.
It is an excellent setup shot for Colin Osborne.
10.
Well, he's left a double that he hasn't gone for tonight.
The third leg.
And he won't be going
Lisa
for it
Ashton.
here because Lisa Ashton has halved the deficit in the match. She's back in the final. Colin Osborne, though, still in control. He has the darts at 2-1 ahead.
It's Colin to throw first. Game on.
Ashton did win the ball in the practice room, remember, so she only needs to find one break of throw to turn this tie in her favour.
$85. $134. $134. $121. $180.
What timing that is from Ashton. A second max of this final. Osborne gets another go at the 150. This time he's gone right to go wrong.
78. Lacey require 102.
And Ashton has availed herself the opportunity. Oh, treble 14 for tops.
62.
Nudge the wire.
Colin, you require 72.
I repeat the stat that Colin Osborne tonight has not thrown it a double and given his opponent another shot. He'll throw it a double again. And finally he falters. And Ashton
Lisa, you require 40.
is the beneficiary.
Game show on the 4th
And she makes him pay.
Lisa
Double
Ashton.
10 to square up this final. Use the marker well. And Lisa levels, and
Fifth
now
leg, it's Lisa to throw first.
Now it's
Game on.
advantage Ashton.
62. $60.
In and around, but, well, just around actually, not in. That's in. That's in.
140. $35.
And Osborne is just starting to fade in this final.
93. $93.
Putting some stellar performances tonight. Colin Osborne beat Dennant
95.
4-2. Ashton 4-1 in the group, and then managed to defy that 104 average of Lee Evans. With a 4-3 victory in the semi-final.
125. Lisa, you require 100.
But Lisa Ashton has got him at his mercy. Got him at her mercy here.
29 scored, 82 left. 43.
And she'll come back. Needing 68 to move within one of landing the
85.
Live League weekly title
Lisa requires
on
68.
her debut week in the tournament.
36. Colin, you require 103.
Will Osborne get a dart at double? He will. It's the one that Lisa's just missed, and Colin
87.
misses as well.
Lisa, you require 32. Game show on the
But
5th
Lisa
leg.
lands it this time.
Lisa Ashton.
And now she is just a leg away from taking the title on debut at the Live League. Ashton, 3-2 ahead.
6th leg, it's Colin to throw first.
What an
Game on.
interesting week it has been for Lisa Ashton. She made her online darts Live League debut
140.
on Tuesday. And in Group A, she finished bottom of the pile after playing for a couple of days, winning just 3
100.
of the 10 matches. But as the week went on, Ashton started to feel more comfortable, get used to the setting, get used to the format,
121.
and started to play better and better. And on the
59.
first day in Group B, she managed to win 3 of 5 matches. Then it was 4 of 5 on
85.
Friday. She booked herself at this finals night, where she beat Dennant.
137. Colin, you
Where she
require
beat
155.
McEwen, the man who'd been a nemesis earlier in the week, and where she might be about to beat Osborne.
100.
Who got the better of her earlier this evening. And an excellent record of
105.
finishing before this final, but
Colin,
he has
you require
missed
55.
a couple of darts at double in it. He's got a couple more.
$15.
And all of a sudden, the doubling has deserted Colin
Lisa, you
Osborne. It was
require
12 from
100.
14 before the final. Now it's 14 from 20. But Lisa Ashton has left herself 99 problems, and a finish ain't one.
21. Colin, you require 40.
So So Osborne. Can't even remember him having to go for double 10 tonight, but when he has gone for it, he's found it, and he's forced a last leg decider in the final. A fitting finale to what has been a thrilling finals night here at the Live League. A seventh and deciding leg between Lisa Ashton and Colin Osborne. It's going, Lisa. Is it going? It's gone.
41.
A comedy moment at the worst possible time. I wonder if Lisa considered throwing
60.
a dart at the treble 20, hoping to put it underneath and then use it as a platform for that dart to stay on.
85.
Could be the bit of bad luck that she comes back to curse, but
99.
Colin Osborne not making much headway. And Ashton attacking the treble.
100.
Needs to think about it when she comes back, certainly. If she finds a treble with just one of the first 2 darts, she should be going for the bull with the third. Osborne will also need to get his sums right. Well, now Lisa won't be leaving a finish.
59.
Osborne may choose to start on treble 18 here. Well, he opted against it.
96.
But only found one treble anyway. 10 points in it in this final leg of the final on finals night.
78.
The final week of action before Champions Week. And Ashton could win the title at the first attempt.
43. Lisa, you require 100.
She's got 2 visits from here. Osborne has faltered.
94.
And Lisa Ashton will come back for 44 to win the final.
Yes. 123. Lisa, you require 44.
Double 16.
28.
Oh, she's in the wrong bed, and Colin Osborne now will get his chance.
Colin, you require 40.
So many times he's hit double top tonight.
Game shot.
And it's Colin's crown.
Colin Osborne.
The Wizard wins the weekly title. Colin Osborne defeats Lisa Ashton, who missed a couple of darts to do it on her debut. It is still a fantastic achievement for Ashton to be runner-up and advance alongside Osborne to Champions Week. Jim McEwen, he's going through as well, having won the third place playoff. Champions Week gets underway, by the way, on Tuesday here at the Live League. We'll be live on the Online Darts YouTube channel from 9:30 AM and back on Thursday, Friday and Saturday evening on Sporty Stuff TV. The daytime sessions running from Tuesday to Friday. But this evening belonged to Osborne. He takes the title and the £2,000 first prize and goes through to Champions Week with Jim McEwen and Lisa Ashton. Thanks for joining us.